Hey guys, Jay here, and welcome back to the channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications bell to stay informed. This has been one of the most interesting weeks I think I've ever seen in LUNC throughout the whole 2 years that we've been involved with this. Fun fact, yesterday was more or less the birthday of the channel because it was the date 2 years ago that we were actually monetized. So I want to thank everybody for still supporting the channel, still being here, still showing up, still commenting and doing all of those different things. It really does keep us here providing content for you folks. So like I was saying, it's been a very interesting week, and honestly we're going to be going through a few things here just as we're closing up the week here in the crypto ecosystem. I just want to get you more or less rounded up and get you up to date with everything that's going on to close the week off. So we've been through all of this. This in itself is going to lead to a lot of positives. We're going to be going through some other stuff to do with the space that's going on, but there was a space last night that I held, which is a weekly space moving forward now. And we heard from Backbone Labs. And the word is from Backbone Labs that TFL is going to burn all of the Terra Classic native assets. So this is really good news. I'm really interested to see exactly how this is going to pan out. But my end thoughts on all of this at the moment is it's over. Um, we can only really go forward and upwards from here, even with USTC. There's so much more opportunity now there with USTC moving forward because there's going to be a lot more interest in it, considering both the Luna chain and the Luna Classic chain are now going to be both community owned. So these are really important points because it equalizes the playing field. And I think we've seen the results of equalizing the playing field many times before throughout the history of this chain. So this is really good. I'm really happy. I'm really excited about this. The the vibe, the mood inside Terra Classic has changed a lot in the past few days, and I'll definitely be the first to admit it. And I was saying about this in the space that we did last night that everything and everyone seems to be rowing in the same direction, and it's a really beautiful thing to see to people seeing people want to collaborate instead of divide and create factions and sort of be at each other's throats, because we've got this amazing layer one chain that can be this huge booming bright ecosystem full of meme coins, full of projects, full of NFT stuff, and all of the beautiful things that come in between. So let's keep this moving. The Luna Foundation Guard is such a huge topic, and I think this is going to be a huge discussion in the coming days, and up until this is all done and dusted, so to speak. But I think we're going to get a lot of answers in this space on Tuesday. So I have to keep an eye on this. I am keeping an eye on this to see what is going on with this, see if it moves, see if the wallets change, if the balance is going down. Nothing's going on with this, and I think going from the multi-signature wallet, which we covered here on the channel, to a singular wallet that's controlled by an individual or an individual entity, so to speak, I think that would be the SEC or the United States Treasury, moving forward. So I think that, without assuming too heavily and kind of being a bit brash with things, I would say that's probably the situation and what's going on there with that. So the document that you're seeing here, what I'm thinking is there has to be an updated document. There has to be a document out there that has the because we're a fair few months past February now, 4 to be exact. And if we look at the January schedule, if, as you can see here on the left, it's $178 million. And then in February, it jumps to $222 million. And you can see that the subtotals for the Terra Classic native assets jump by around $5 million. And I'd be very interested to know how they acquired $5 million extra of UST. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's really peculiar how they can just accumulate UST. They have to be staking somewhere, or they have to be doing buybacks or something. That was always a very weird and interesting subject that not a lot of people have picked up on it. And once again, it's something that hopefully we'll get answers, and we'll see where that, because let's say, for example, they do burn the coins or they burn the keys to the wallets. We're going to find out the wallets, which means that we can put those wallets into the money flow system that we built into LUNC Dash, and we can actually backtrack and see exactly where that UST come from. And I'd be very interested to know, because in the space yesterday, Demon Monkey raised very, very good points about the beginning of all of this with the fork and the fact that the original vote was vetoed. I think all nodes voted no to it at the time, and then the second vote itself was forcefully put through, and a lot of coins were minted extra. We covered this on the channel. We've got hard evidence to show that the supply went from, I think it was 6.8 trillion to 7.9 trillion, and then back down to 6.9 trillion. And it was never logged, but it was there. We could see it on the different scan systems. We could see it on BSC scan. We could see all of the weird stuff that was going on with Wrap Luna at the time as well. So let's take a look at the proposals, because we have just put our votes in for this. And I think it's great. I think everybody's working on what they should be working on. Everybody's kind of got their heads down, and everybody's committed and convicted to the chain at this point, because we've lost a lot of the interest, a lot of the people that float around, that those people have gone now. You've only got the very convicted community members left. And something that's really, really becoming quite apparent to me is there could be a huge flocking of Luna validators back to the Luna Classic ecosystem, which means the likelihood is they're probably going to have to acquire coins, because without a doubt in my mind, they have always been very spiteful. And I would assume the ones that actually have left and don't validate here anymore, or don't have any or much voting power, I don't think they're going to have a lot of coins, which means they're going to be acquiring coins. Now, when it comes down to that, this is why I've been saying about raising the tax to 1.2%, because there's going to be so much stuff going on. As a blockchain, we have a responsibility to adjust ourselves depending on the economic situations and everything that's evolving and elaborating around us. So once again, really happy to see all of this going on. I think it's going to lead to much, much more. It's going to open more doors. Tax to gas is going to be great to see this happen. I'm going to be speaking with Backbone Labs. I want to get a podcast going with them and White Whale, and then also not doing the podcasts on YouTube, but doing them on Twitter as well, so then people can come up. Because on YouTube, I love YouTube. I love doing the content. Don't get me wrong. And we'll put those podcasts on YouTube afterwards. But at the same time, it's one for one. And I don't get the feedback. I don't get to hear from you guys, and what I have to go through the comments, and you really don't get a good vibe or a good feel for how people are thinking, how they're feeling moving forward. So this is all really good stuff. I'm very happy at the moment with just everything that's going on. So what I wanted to do just here at the end, as we're coming into the end of the video here, and we talk about this space that's going on Tuesday with TFL, is this space. And I'm going to leave a link to it in the description. It's the same time next week. And as you can see, that had 3.8k people tuned in, and it went for around 4 hours, 45 minutes. And what I'm going to say is, for a long time on this blockchain, everybody has done something to someone that they probably shouldn't have done. Everybody has played the tit for tat game. I myself would be the first to admit it. I've done stuff that I probably shouldn't have done. I've said things that I probably shouldn't have said, and I've upset people that I probably shouldn't have upset. At the same time, right, I've done good things where I've saved the blockchain money, and we've called out all of the different sort of BS that's going on, and the bad actors, so to speak. But it's always been tit for tat. And what we've boiled down to is a very convicted community, like I've been saying. So it's at this point that I realized it's just time to wipe the slate clean. And somebody has to do this. Somebody has to be the person to just wipe the slate clean and just go, it's done. Because we can't keep going on like this. It has to stop. And this space was the beginning of this, and seeing all of these different people, from Hexagon up to Demon Monkey to Jerry, DJ Trev, DJ Squinner. You had Rakoff up, Vegas was up, Exodus was up, Backbone was up, Redline was up. There was so many people that came up. You had Strafe Cole. There was so many different people that came up, and it was a very mature conversation. And I've seen so much feedback on this space individually of people just saying how great it was to see everybody collaborating. And I think this is the new attitude moving forward. And I think we're in such a good position as a blockchain now. And the whole situation with TFL couldn't have panned out any better. So I'll leave a link to this if you want to tune in and you want to go back and you want to listen to this and sort of get yourself up to date with everything that was going on. Even Rexy was there talking about Terraport. It was amazing, and everybody had their say. Everybody got a chance to say something. Nothing was rushed, and everything was nice. There was no arguments, no bickering. Nobody was at each other's throats. No snarky comments. It was just a very nice environment and a nice time. And like I said, we'll be doing it the same time next week on Thursday. So don't forget to tune into that next week. So let's keep this moving. Let's now take a look at this Twitter space. So this is definitely the closing feature of the week, I would say. So this is happening on Tuesday next week. So that is going to be on the 18th of June. That's going to be at 3 p.m. So hopefully you'll be able to, well, that'll be 4 p.m. for me, but 3 p.m. UTC. Hopefully you'll be able to tune into this. This is going to be an important one. I don't feel like after this space, there's going to be a great deal coming from TFL at all, because we can see in the court documents that they have been ordered to shut down. Their intention was to shut down this whole time. And I think it's going to be a pretty heated space. And I hope they're going to bring people up from the Lunar Classic community, because we have a stake in this now. They've got Terra Classic native assets. LFG was originally designed with a mission statement that was set out for Lunar Classic and to specifically serve the Lunar Classic ecosystem. And that mission statement has never changed. So once again, it leaves TFL in a position where they've got one of two choices. Give the SEC the keys and let them deal with it, or just burn the keys and don't give it to the SEC. And that's the choice the SEC has given them. So realistically, they should do both the Lunar chain and the Lunar Classic chain are solid, like Backbone was saying, and we should see some considerable burns come through. So this is all really good stuff. It's a really good way to end the week. I'm really excited to see what next week brings. I keep saying to people, you never know what's over the next hill. You never know what's going to be in the next valley, and you never know what's going to be on the hill over that. And we have to just keep pushing. We have to remain convicted to the cause, because we're all here for Lunar Classic. We fought in the trenches and we're still here pushing. So like I was saying at the beginning, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the notifications bell. If you've got LUNC, consider delegating with our validator. We do have auto compounding available at hccfactory.com and over at LUNC Dash as well. If you're not using LUNC Dash wallet system, consider using it. It is an option that is easy from Terra Station, of course. So that is available there. Other than that, stay safe, stay humble, stay aware, beware of scammers, beware of doppelgangers, beware of anyone pretending to be me, and I'll catch you in the next one.